Right, good evening. That's obviously a very good start. Give me 1 second. You're going to see some stuff on my camera, but there we go. That's not what we want to see. There we go. That's a bit better. There's always a good start. So a bit of a rushed one this evening. So I've not actually had a chance to prepare. So give me a few moments while we get set up. Let's have a quick look. What do we have going on here? Is my volume too low? Or are we hearing double? It sounds like my volume is a little bit low. Give me 1 second. Is that any better? That seems a bit louder actually. So hopefully you can hear that properly now. Let's go and just check. No doubt I'm getting some spam from some other pages. Let me just check one thing. Interesting. Okay. Fine. Anyway, good evening. How are we all? So we have a product release. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting one this evening. Unfortunately, I don't have the product just yet. So it's not something I'm going to be able to specifically physically show you. But no doubt we can have a discussion about it. I'm sure there's a lot to be said. So we can definitely, have a discussion and see what we want to say. So let's start with going through the chat. Nope, we're jumping way ahead here. I don't know why it's doing that. Why are you doing that? Let's go here. There we go. That looks a bit better. Good evening, Vasil. How are you doing? Traveling anywhere this week, or you in the UK? Hey Dwight, how you doing? Good evening. Hey Mark. Good evening all. NAS day. Yeah, the price is really good. So we will jump into that discussion in a few moments about the NAS and the pricing. But yeah, it's been an interesting release. It's been a good release, that's for sure. Hey Jake, how you doing? Cyber Army, good evening. Hopefully the volume is fixed now and you can hear me a bit more clearly. It seems like every time I stream I have to keep turning it up and up, but I don't do anything on that side. It stays as it is, so it's an interesting one. NASs are good and all, but where is the doorbell? Doorbell 7 is, not quite sure when that one's coming out yet. Let's get through the 6 first, and then maybe then we can start talking about the 7. Good stuff, good stuff. Evening, first NAS thought the UNAS Pro versus the UNAS Pro 4. 7 drives versus 2.10 gigabit ports on 2 times NVMe, sorry. UNAS Pro versus UNAS Pro 4. That's going to be an interesting one. So normally I would go to the tech specs and have a little look. Obviously it has the NVMe. I don't have one yet, as much as some of you might think I already do. We don't have one just yet. So in terms of doing a comparison and what differences the NVMe cache makes, I couldn't tell you at this point. But we'll have a quick look at some of the tech specs in a few moments. A57, so I'm just having a quick look beforehand. Actually looks like it's the same processor inside. But yeah, let's continue here. Driving home from work. Okay, well, it sounds like fun. NVMe, yeah, got that one, John. Has the stream just started? Yes, it has. It started about 5 minutes ago, maybe. Yeah, maybe just under. Obviously, you're coming at a good time. We have a few technical hitches, obviously, to start with. That's the normal of this stream. So hopefully there won't be any more technical glitches along the way. What else do we have? Good evening. Same price. Yes, it is the same price. So you almost have to weigh up the differences, whether you want 7 drives or if you want 4 drives versus the SSD cache. How much we can do with that SSD cache, again, I haven't seen all the videos. I've had a quick look at Cody's video. I've had a quick look at Clay's video, but I've not really looked anything further than that. So I don't actually, I probably know the same amount as you do, but yeah, we'll discuss it anyway, no doubt. No display, yes, it does look a little bit different. It's like, I guess, the UNVR with no display. I think with the storage pools, when I did a video a little while ago, I sort of kind of said that this looks like the 4-bay and this looks like the 8-bay, giving, I guess, more of a tease as to what is actually coming. And it looks like that's what they were, basically. So, ooh, I just scrolled up a little bit too far. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I will definitely buy the NAS Pro 8. Well, when you do, I will say for sure, make sure you do use my affiliate link wherever you're buying them from. Always helps out the channel. So whatever you're buying, I'll post them in the chat in a few moments. But yeah, if you are looking to buy even the NAS 2, use the link, and yeah, it always helps the channel. Nice to see you streaming. Yeah, I mean, I try and stream when there is a product launch, just so generally I would have the product. But this one, it's a little bit different. I don't have it, so we can talk about it. Looks like I'm going to quit Synology after 20 plus years. Unify is going to bleed my credit card dry with all the cool new products. I think we need to start a Ubiquities Anonymous club for the people that are bleeding their credit cards dry with all the Ubiquity stuff. I'm sure you are definitely not the only one in that spot. No pressure, but I think that question will be. I think that will be a question. Yes, same processor price. Yeah, I mean it's something I need to. Yeah, once we do get them, it's going to be interesting to see what the difference is. I do have a NAS Pro, so when I do get the NAS Pro 4, then we can hopefully do some comparisons. Evening, Peter. How you doing? Hey, TJ. Got my G6 PTZ Black yesterday morning. 3 hours later, it was up and running. Nice. How are you finding it? I guess, have you used the G6 PTZ yet? I don't know if you have. If you haven't, then yeah, how are you finding it? I think you have got a G5 though, PTZ, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, how are you finding it? I'm just going to make sure we are running everywhere else. So there is 28 of you at the moment and climbing. So normally I just leave my settings on as default on the stream, but this time I've turned my ads off on this stream. I don't know if I've heard sometimes you get ads halfway through the live stream and sometimes you don't. So I don't know if you actually have got any ads before. If you let me know in the chat if you had before during the stream. So I've turned them off. So hopefully if you did get them, you shouldn't get them at the moment because you don't really make too much off the stream anyway. So I think my most income of a stream was like £1.50 or something like that. So yeah, it's not a big amount, I think. It's the super chats and all the rest of it that obviously make up the stream. There was one other thing I was going to check before we started jumping in. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I'm hoping I have quite a few tabs open, so I'm hoping my machine doesn't crash. For those of you that don't know, I have rebuilt my machine, so I'm hoping for good things. But yeah, you never know. You never know. So this is, let's go back to here. So I did release a video. I know you can't see it at this point, but let me just switch this over and hopefully you can see what's going on there. So this is the video I just released. It's just a reaction video, so it's just gathering in a few thoughts on the thing itself, on the NAS. But yeah, that's that video. If you want to check that out, and then if we go into it, I know I have a bunch of, there you go, models and pricing. So they're all here. So I'm hoping this formats nicely. Oh, it's not formatting nicely, is it? That's a little bit annoying. What about the comments? Yeah, there we go. That should format a little bit nicer, I think. So yeah, use any of these links. It is to the US store, but it will redirect you wherever you are. Yeah, I have a feeling this isn't going to format properly, but oh, there's a limit as to how much you can put in the chat. Interesting. Going over my own limit. Okay, let's paste them one at a time then, shall we? I'm sorry, I apologize. This is probably a little bit painful for you to watch at this point. But, and also I realized you can't see me either. So, hello, there I am. Let me just let me just paste these into the chat window. So for anyone that wants to use them, regardless of what you're buying, just, yeah, click on the link. It'll redirect you to the UK store, or if not, go to my webpage and my YouTube page, and it will have my UK link there anyway, if it doesn't. But let's have a quick look. Where do we get to on the chat? So the 4-bay has a better processor than the old 7-bay. I think I just had a quick look, and I'm not sure it does. So there's a quad-core ARM A57 2 gigahertz, or maybe it is. Quad-core ARM A57 2 gigahertz, and the NAS Pro has a quad-core ARM A57 at 1.7 gigahertz. So you are correct, CyberArmy. Sorry. It is a little bit more powerful in terms of the processing power. Hey, Black Jedi, how you doing? Show us your 8-bay NAS. I wish I had an 8-bay NAS. Some of the creators do, so they do have some videos out there, so you can go and check them out. Your Unify UPS, I'm still waiting for that one. As and when, if it does arrive, I should say. And your AI doorbell. Yeah, I would love to have that whole list, but at this point, I have 0 of 3. So yeah. Not much more I can do on that one, unfortunately. But who knows? Maybe I'll get them soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Would love to know how they would tackle power loss issues, since there's only one Ethernet port on the UNAS 2. How are the users going to connect to their existing UPS? How are the users going to connect to their existing UPS? So there is a PoE injector that comes with it. So if you wanted to plug it into a UPS, you could go via the PoE injector. That will then plug into your UPS, and it will keep power. You may lose network if the rest of your network goes down. But yeah, I guess rather than me just talking about it, I should kind of, I guess, show you. This is the 4-bay. Yeah, this is the 4-bay. So there's a PoE injector just here. And I like it comes in 2 different colors as well. So it comes in both black and white. So you can choose which one you want, which one better suits your aesthetics. And it comes with both of them, right? So if we look here, there's a PoE injector there as well for 60 watts. And the other one is 90 watts for the PoE+++. Crazies, yo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, ads used to pop up now and then, always when it was something specifically interesting. I think YouTube knows. That's it. It knows exactly when to stick in those adverts. But yeah, like I said, I've turned it off for now, so hopefully you shouldn't get any adverts popping up, hopefully. Why are the NAS PCI slots version 3 and not version 4 or 5? The add-ons mentioned PCI Express 3.0. Let's have a look. I haven't dived that much into the technicals. So we have 2 NVMe bays, 2 NVMe supports. Where did it say it is Gen 3? I might be missing. If anybody wants to shed any light where that is. I can't see it on here. Unless it's on techspecs.ui.com. Let's have a look. I'm going to close some of these tabs down because Chrome is too hungry. Way too hungry. And how many of you are there at the moment? So there is 33 of you, 10 likes, 1-to-3 ratio, not too bad. But if anybody wants to hit that like button, feel free to, feel free to. And as always, keep your questions flowing through. I will try my very best to answer what I do know with the information I know. And I was going to go integrations, NAS Pro 8, datasheet. I can't see anything, and you might have written it in the chat now. I'm not sure. I can't see anything about it being Gen 3. I can try and find out if you have, obviously, unless you've seen it on another review, then in that case, then obviously that's what it is. I couldn't tell you much more other than that. NAS Pro 4 has 3 screw holes on each side, probably for sliding onto a rack. It looks that way. So if we go to integration, so the NAS Pro 4, if you look at in the box, it's got some. It looks like what it is. It looks like it's going to be some rails, but it also has some ears on the side. So I don't actually know. I'm going to say yes. It looks like rails, and I think that's what it's going to be. But I don't think any of the creators actually have this model yet. So yeah, I don't think anybody actually knows anything more about this than what's on the website. Let's go back here. Quite impressed with it. Only downside so far is the PTZ controls over 5G. The product app is not so good. Okay, fair enough. I can't say I've actually tried it over 5G. I've obviously tried it locally, but not over 5G anyway. The fact that they're PoE powered too as rules applies. Yeah, I mean, even when I saw that when they were PoE powered, I know a lot of people will be thinking, well, I don't have a PoE++ switch, or I don't have a PoE++ switch. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think there is any other manufacturers out there that do a PoE powered NAS. I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't keep up with the NAS game too much, but I may be wrong. Yeah, well, I'm not going to sit there Googling anyway. Geez, so many new toys. Yeah, indeed, there is. there is a lot of new toys. So it's definitely keeping the creators busy. That's for sure. Okay, I don't need to read that right now. I would love to play poker versus you. You know what? That'd be quite good, because I have a feeling I would win, because I'm telling you the truth. I may have a load of Ubiquiti boxes down on the floor, but yeah, it's not anything new that you haven't seen yet. However, I did receive a package the other day, which I can show you. And you're probably thinking, what's that? What's that? What's that? Well, it's the UNVR Instant Kit. So this turned up the other day. And yeah, I think when I do my, I guess maybe if I do my in-depth review of the UNVR Instant, maybe I'll use this kit instead. But this kit is quite cool, and I think it's sold out quite quickly, actually. I think it's sold out in the EU. But it comes with 4 cameras. It comes with 1 terabyte drive, and it comes with the UNVR Instant. Where are we? Security cameras, NVR Instant. Oh no, they're back in stock. They were out of stock the other day when I was looking, but they seem to be back in stock. The kit is definitely sold out in the US. Let's see. Hopefully we can aggregate the 2 SFP plus slots to use 20 gig. I would think that would be possible, but again, unfortunately I don't have one, so I couldn't tell you. Unless there are any other creators that are watching that have the product, that might be able to shed some light on them. But yeah, I would think you might be able to aggregate them to give you a 20 gig if that's what you need. But it'll be 20 gig SFP plus, because there's 2 SFP pluses on the 8 bay and 1 10 gig Ethernet. Black UCG and Dream Router 5G. Again, pass. I don't even know if the Black UCG is even going to come out, or whether that's even a thing that they've thought about. Because all the cloud gateways, I don't think they don't have them in two different colors. So so yeah, who knows if and when that will come out. The Dream Router 5G, pass again. No idea about that one. I haven't heard anything about that one yet. And even if I did, obviously I couldn't tell you, but I can tell you I haven't heard anything about it. Your PoE switch would also be plugged in, into a UPS. So would be connected that way. Yeah, that's a good point, TJ. That's another one. Yeah, a UPS switch would be in there too. Hey, good evening. AS Networking. They come with an adapter. Yes, they do. It's not a real injector, but an AC to RJ45. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of does the job, right? It's they need some way to power it in case you don't have that kind of switch to hand. Sorry, bear with me. Anyway, when is the UPS coming? Pass. I have no idea. So, I don't know. I mean, it was spoken about at the UWC. I can't obviously go into specifics, but with everything they told us, there's no timeline on when it's coming. It can be any time between then and 2025, or even going into 2026. Like it was a long 12 to 18 month roadmap. So who knows when this is going to come. But anybody that watches the channel quite often knows when somebody says something and I'd say I don't know, it ends up turning up the next week. So, but I don't think this one's turning up next week. But yeah, you know what? I've ate my words too many times, so possibly. Let's put pressure so we can see. Unless my camera falls over and you see something on the floor that you're not supposed to, I don't think that's going to happen. Do you think the new NAS will run different software than the old one? It runs Unified Drive, so it runs Unify OS 3.0 and it runs the Drive software. I don't know. I need to stop opening tabs. I'm gonna get a blue screen in a minute. Community. I'm just gonna go and look at the releases, because I think the Drive application is in release candidate a few days ago. I don't know. There isn't really anything in here, to be honest. So added support for target shares, improved dashboards, system logs, file browsing, user experience, renamed task center to active transfers. There isn't really anything in here, but I think this is the latest version that's running, I think. He says. But yeah. No way they'll do that. I can't remember what that was referring to, so I apologize. Under add-ons, it mentions the SSD tray, and that is Gen 3. Okay, let's go and have a look. So if we go back to store.ui.com, integrations. Cloud Gateway. So here we go. Let me so you can see. So it says on here, this is an optional storage for the Cloud Gateway Fiber and the Cloud Gateway Max. So even though it shows this, it says here, Cloud Gateway Max and the Cloud Gateway Fiber support M2 NVMe PCI Gen 3 X2 lanes. It doesn't say anything about the NAS. So whereas that might be an add-on, I don't know if that is the right add-on for the NAS because it doesn't say it. It says it's for the Cloud Gateway Max and Fiber. So I would take that with a pinch of salt at this point until someone can actually verify what generation PCI Express is being used. New options for sure, but not different software yet. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Sorry, I'm scrolling through this, and yeah, there you go. G6 Peter Z Black sold out after 2 days. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think the UNAS 2. I think the UNAS 2 is a really good price for $199, especially as I guess as an entry point into the NAS system. So I think the UNAS 2 is gonna fly out quite quickly. So sorry, I'm just checking one thing. So yeah, I think it's gonna sell quite quickly. Whether they get sold out in the first day or first few days, I don't know. But I think it's gonna sell quite well. That's for sure. MC Lag is on the UNAS 4 and 8. I know it's definitely on the 8. I don't know about the 4. And the interesting thing is it doesn't say anywhere whether it has, unless I'm missing it. MC Lag. Let me go to techspecs.ui.com. Integration, UNAS Pro 8, MC. Yeah, see, it doesn't actually tell me, other than it obviously said it on the video, but it said it said what do you call it? It said it has similar features. I think that's what the video said. It has similar features or the same sort of features, something along those lines. Anyway, I haven't played it back, so I'll go back in a minute and have a look and see what it says. YouTube.com/. I know you can't see my screen at the moment, but I'm just going to. I'm hoping. Can you guys hear that? No, you can't. Good. Next generation. So we are going to move. Incredible feature. Let me show you so you can see. Incredible feature set. 10 gig interfaces. MC. So it says interfaces supporting MC lag for high availability deployments. Dual hot swappable power supplies. So the UNAS Pro offers similar features in a sleek one-use chassis. Now, obviously, either that might be the case and it might support MC lag, or that's a bit of a clever way of Ubiquiti wording saying it's got most of the features but not all of them. Like, we didn't see the dual redundant power supply. It uses the RPS. It has 2 10 gig SFP plus and 1 gig Ethernet port. So there's a few different things. It might be the case. It might have MC lag, but it doesn't obviously explicitly say that in the video. Yeah, if that makes sense. Anyway, I think unless I'm over reading into it, I mean, feel free to tell me, but that's what I think it would be. Yeah, new software as new options. I should precise. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. No worries. All good. Thoughts on why the Superlink Gateway is not available in the UK store after so many months? Oof. I'm going to say pass. I don't know why it's not in the UK store. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, they tend to have stuff in the EU and then it doesn't come to the UK for a little while. I mean, I think even the NAS is, if I have a look, yeah, it hasn't hit the UK store. If you look here, it actually says shipping October 2025. The white one isn't even available in the UK. It's just coming soon, but this one's shipping in October 2025. So, yeah, I couldn't answer the question. Unfortunately, we have to. Sorry, I thought I saw something flying in front of the mic. Then, I think we have to sort of bear the grunt of paying the European delivery fees, and yeah, if you want it, you might have to order it from there. Unified 3.3, I thought was the release coming with the UNAS devices. It possibly might be. It might still be in beta, ready to be released into release candidate imminently. But yeah, I'm not going to log in because there's probably a little bit too much that you would be able to see if I logged in as to what the releases are. Dual PSU is cool. I have an RPS, but nearly all the ports are full. Well, yeah, I guess with the UNAS Pro 8, you don't need to worry about that, as it has the dual power supplies with it. What do we have here? Do all the unified gateways come with Protect? Not all the unified gateways. If we go across to here, just looking at the cloud gateway, so this is a bit of a conversation, but there's two different versions. There's a gateway format, and then there's a cloud gateway format. The cloud gateway format is generally the one that runs Unify OS. Sorry, the cloud gateways, they run Unify OS and have multiple apps on them. They all run Unify OS, sorry. No, they don't. The cloud gateways don't. The gateways don't. Sorry, I need to get my words out right. But anyway, these are the ones that you mainly want to be looking at. So if you go to here, you can see we have all the Dream machines. These all have Protect on them. They run all the apps. The Enterprise Fortress Gateway only runs network. And if you go into it, and if you go down to technical, you'll see it only runs Unify Network. The Cloud Gateway Fiber and the Cloud Gateway Max, again, both run all the apps. And the Cloud Gateway Ultra doesn't. Unify Express, again, only runs network. Dreamwall and Dream Router 7 run all the apps. I do, and this is where I guess, let me find my video. I did a video on which gateways to buy somewhere. Let me see if I can have a look. If I can find it. There we go. Share, copy. So this video basically goes through all the Ubiquiti gateways, both cloud gateways and regular gateways. And yeah, it kind of tells you everything you need to know about them. So it kind of breaks it down in there. So you can have a little look at that. Shows MC lag and drive 3.3. I'm just going to go quickly here. I'm not showing my screen, right? So I'm just going to log in and have a quick look. See, I can't see drive. Unless I'm missing something. Maybe they're going to release drive 3.3. I'm only seeing drive 3.2. And that is in early access as well. I can see 4. I can see 4. No, yeah, 4.4.2, which is the official NAS release, which is the OS version, Unify OS version. But the bundled app is 3.2.6. So maybe 3.3 is coming. Maybe. Probably why I guess the UNAS 8 is not coming till later on, maybe. That's to be seen, I guess. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, we continue. Yeah, no problem. If you want to, if you got any other further questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. And if you do decide to buy any gateways, there's a link down in the description. Yeah, feel free to use them because I guess it helps out the channel. So let's go back and let's go to store.ui.com. I don't know how long, obviously the stream will be, how long we'll be going for, 35, 40 minutes. So we'll keep going for a little bit longer. Like I said, it's a little bit harder since I don't have the product. There's not too much I can talk about other than what I've seen and heard and read exactly what you guys are seeing. So before we jump in, if I can find my mouse, there it is. Sorry, there's a blog post that I linked in the Unify site that shows the UNAS 8 and 4 MC lag, plus it shows drive through. Yeah, possibly. I mean, like I said, if there's a blog post that shows it, I think I know which one you're talking about, blog.ui.com. Compact UNAS 4. Yeah. So I think this is let me share this. So this is the article you're talking about. And I'm guessing I'm covering some of it. So if we scroll down, you can see right here, this shows both UNAS 8 and 4 as multiple 10 gig interfaces with MC lag support. So yeah, I guess that's the blog that shows it. Dual NVMe, hot swappable modular power supplies, and then one rack mount for the U enterprise, and this is drive 3.3, right? So I'm just having a quick. I'm watching this. Okay, this is just them showing the additional backups, Active Directory integration. The fan mode. Sorry, I'm just kind of sitting here watching this. Okay, so drive. Yeah, so it pretty much says it on there. I mean, this doesn't say about the PCI Express. PCI, nope. Doesn't say what gen it is. So maybe it's something I can try and find out if we know what it is, or if I can find out what it is. We'll see if I can find out soon enough. So I guess we'll quickly go over some of the new ones that have been released. Actually, let's just go to tech specs because it's easier. So we have the two new desktop versions. So we have the 2 and the 4. The main difference, obviously, between these two is the 4 version has the 2 additional NVMe slots on them. So if we look at the marketing images, so you can see we have the drive bays, we have the PoE++. Oh, that downloaded it. I don't want it. Didn't need it to do that. So you can also see this. Obviously, this is a bit longer. So the 2U the 2 bay version kind of stops halfway down. And I realized you can't even see what I'm seeing. So let me start again. So this is the 4 bay one. So this is a little bit fatter than the 2 bay, or a little bit wider, or more deeper, however you want to word it, I guess, or however you want to place it. So that has obviously space for 4 bays, and they're the 4 bays at the bottom, so you can pull those out. And what was the bit that I was going to show you? Yeah, these are the drives that sit inside them with the PoE+. These two, I'm assuming, are the PoE, the NVMe slots. I actually quite like the look of the black version. It looks quite nice. But then I guess so does the white version too. So that's the 4 base. So that's 379. So I think that said that was Q4 2025. So that can be any time between October to December, I guess, for Q4. So who knows? Maybe you might be getting a Christmas present or a New Year's present, or it could be before then. Who knows? So that was and then we can take a closer look at the UNAS Pro 4. So this is the 4 version. So it looks pretty much very similar to the UNVR, except we have a few extra ports on the back. You can see right here We have the 2 SFP plus and 1 gig port there. Single power supply, we have the fans and then the RPS. That one is $499, so that's the same price thing as what we were saying this morning, or this morning. It's been a long day. As we were saying earlier on in the stream, that that's pretty much what we were talking about with the same price. And last but not least, we have the 8. Bear with me. Anyway, sorry about that. So last but not least, we have the 8, which is, so this one's obviously the steepest price. This comes in at $799. A lot of people, or some people might be saying, well, it's a similar sort of size. You're getting 1 extra bay compared to the NAS Pro, the original one. But you're getting a slightly faster processor. You're getting the NVMe. You're getting 2 10 gig slots, 2 10 gig SFP plus, and 1 10 gig Ethernet. And yeah, I mean, you're getting the dual power supplies, which is not something you generally get. So, I mean, it is a big upgrade. So, I don't know. I mean, whether it justifies the extra, I guess, $300 price tag on there that's been added on. For me, I think it does. I mean, especially the bigger features for MC lag and the NVMe support. Those are big ones. And I know a lot of people will be thinking, well, why didn't they just create an all-in-one device where they can run Docker and all the rest of it? And I think I've said it before that this isn't the way Ubiquiti are going. They are literally going down the route of just having a storage device. Nothing to do with an all-in-one device. You can have a computer, you can run stuff off this, you can create file shares to be able to do that for you. I think the other thing I saw a lot of comments on, a lot of other things that I saw the comments on was around iSCSI. There isn't any iSCSI support on here as of yet that I know of, and I'm not sure. The last thing I think I was going to mention on the stream, and I think I'm going to wrap up very shortly. So if there are any more questions, obviously, feel free to drop them in. That's no problem at all. Just drop them into the chat. The last thing I was going to cover is the one that we saw a little while ago. So if I pull out my screen, I just realized we're still on that screen. So if I go to, let's just go back to here 1 second. Let me just pull out this video. So one video we saw a little while ago. Where is it? Ubiquiti. I think it was this one. So I don't know how many of you remember this. When they released this video a little while ago, where we had what looked like the 4 bay, and then which it looks like it, and what looked like the 8 bay, which is what looks like it, and then we have this one in the middle. So there hasn't been any mention of this one just yet, which was the 16 bay 3U. I'm assuming it's the NAS is what they're probably going to call it. So I haven't seen anything on that yet. And there isn't obviously any information on that. So that's probably the next one that is going to come about. That's probably going to be the next one that's going to be coming about. So I don't know when that will get released, whether it'll even be this year, next year, who knows. But I just thought I'd say that that's one of them that hasn't come across just yet. Just give me 1 second. Just want to check something. But yeah, I think I guess that's kind of probably going to wrap up this evening at this point. If there are any other further questions or anything that you want to see in obviously future videos, let me know, and I will try my best to get that added in there. But I think for now, that pretty much covers it, and hopefully we'll be back again on Sunday. So thank you all guys for this evening, and hopefully we will see you in the next one.